Assalamualaikum to our MEM560 lecturer, Professor MADYA ISMAIL NASIRUDDIN AHMAD. Today, our group would like to present our research based on our virtual industrial visit to Panasonic Sdn Bhd.
Assalamualaikum, my name is AHMAD and today I will introduce to you about Panasonic Malaysia Sdn Bhd. As we all know, Panasonic Malaysia already provide a lot of products and service for a long time in our beloved country. This company engaged in business of sales, marketing and service for Panasonic brands that includes electrical and electronic consumer and business solution as well. This is one of the quite famous company in our country as it already stands for more than 30 years. The products provided by Panasonic Malaysia including the air conditioner, the kitchen electrical appliances such as kettles and stoves, and home entertainment accessories such as gaming speakers, portable radios, TVs and headphones. So, firstly, Panasonic was called as Matsushita Sales and Service Sdn Bhd in 1976. It is called after the founder name, which is Konosuke Matsushita. A few years later, it was renamed as National Panasonic Malaysia Sdn Bhd in 1992. In 2003, it was renamed again as Panasonic Malaysia Sdn Bhd. So, the founder is Konosuke Matsushita and the first name of this company is Matsushita. It is called after their name. The current managing director is Chang Shi-Shung. As we can see, the slogan of this company is a better life, a better world. The slogan itself is already attractive and unique as we can determine that in this modern era, Panasonic produce a lot of innovative and useful products that helps in ease their users' base. Not only that, their products also can be beneficial for the users in the future. The most important thing is it is already received a lot of good reviews from the users of for their products. And last but not least, they always improve their products from time to time. So that's all from me.
Okay, my name is AQIL bin SAISFAIZAL. Today I'm going to share about our findings on how to manufacture an aircon by Panasonic. Okay, there are some manufacturing process that apply to produce an aircon. First process is injection molding. Injection molding is a process of melting plastic pellets that once malleable enough are injected at pressure into a mold cavity which fills and solidifies to produce the final product. They use injection molding to produce a housing for the aircon. Second process that they apply is stamping process. Stamping process is the process forming a flat sheet metal where a tool and die surface forms the metal into a final shape. Basically, they used to produce a casing for fan, which normally locates at outside of the house. Okay. Next, a bending process also include in manufacturing process. Bending process used to produce a shape with any angle in ductile materials. In Panasonic, they used to bend the sheet metal for the casing fan outdoor unit and the tubing, which is for the condenser and evaporator of an aircon. Other than that, they use brazing process to connect the internal parts of an aircon, such as the pipe line, which is made from copper. And the final step is assembly process, which is all the parts of an aircon are assembled in assembly production in Panasonic. Okay, next, there are some technology or machine that provided in Panasonic to ease the process. First, they have plastic injection molding machine for injection molding process. Then they also have a gigantic bending. Next, they also have a stamping machine to produce a casing pen. Okay. Then they also have a gigantic bending machine because they need to bend a large parts, as I explained in manufacturing process lah. They also have some technology that used to make an inspection and quality control to check whether the product is in good condition. Okay, as in the figure, they use the sound technology to test the sound of the fan. Okay, next I will share about a design concept. As we can see in this figure, mostly this is the normal dimensions that Panasonic used to manufacture con. All the dimensions already set before Panasonic start to manufacture it. As we can see, the height of the aircon is set about 164 mm, and the length of the aircon also set is about 870 mm, and the thickness we can see from the side view is set about 204 mm. So this figure also include the dimension for the internal parts, such as a left pinhole and a right pinhole. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad AHNAF bin KHALID, and I will be presenting on the parts of findings, which is a quality assurance, product produce, and problem face. First up is the quality assurance. What is quality assurance? It is a process of identifying the product manufactured to meet the standards and fitted to be used. Panasonic Malaysia has listed a strict guideline that needed to be used on every product they manufacture. First up is the long-term durability test. The test in which conducting an accelerated test for 10,000 hours of continuous operation of its products. This results of its reliability on using it. For the next is the compressor reliability test. In this test, the compressor that has been used for other testing is disassembled and examined thoroughly to identify any failure and its reliability, as the test functions to determine whether the lubricant is sufficient for the part. Okay, for the third is the electromagnetic compatibility test. It is used to make sure that wave produced from the parts does not interrupt any other appliances, as it is also needed to satisfy the compliance standards set by each country. Okay, for the last is the waterproof test, in which it's conducted on the outdoor unit to make sure it can withstand the outdoor environment such as rain, dust, and much more. Here are the video of Panasonic conducting the test. Next part is the part produce. First up is the body casing for the indoor unit that is produced using the injection molding machine. For the second part is the pipes that are connected to the radiator by using a brazing joint. And the third is the outdoor unit, which the casing is made by stamping process. And the fourth is the heat exchanger part, which is produced using the stamping and brazing process. And finally, the number 5 is the pipe that is being used to transfer heat from indoor unit to the outdoor unit, which uses bending process. Okay, next up is the problem faced. For this product, there is a few defects that may occur in the manufacturing process. First is flash. As you can see here, the flash occurs when injection molding process, where the molten plastic escapes from the mold cavity. Okay, for the next one is the flux entrapment. Flux entrapment usually happens in the brazing process. It happens when a bubble of flux stuck in the brazing joint, which create a weak joint and a leakage in the joint. Okay, the third one is the spring back. Spring back is usually from the stamping process, which happens when the elastic region of the metal is strained but relaxes following its elastic characteristics. And the last is the inner wall wrinkles, which usually happens when bending that forms due to pressing force. That's all for me. Thank you.
For the next slide, me, Ahmad AZWAR, will present about the discussion which include comparison, how to overcome defect and other product produced. For producing a product, all the process must be perfect or the best in terms of how we wanted the finishing of the product. All type of manufacturing process must be tested and do the research and development is a must. And finally, choose the best and suitable for the products. First, injection molding and casting. For producing the casing of the aircon, the process used is injection molding. It is because the material of the casing itself is plastic. In plastic deforming process, injection molding are more suitable as the manufacturing process rather than casting or other type of molding. Next is stamping and punching. For producing aircon outdoor unit, stamping is more suitable because this process can cut and shape the sheet metal into the shape we wanted, while punching only can cut the sheet material. Next is how to overcome defect. First is flash. To overcome flash, increase the clamp pressure to ensure that the mold parts remain shut during shots. Next is to ensure that the mold is properly maintained and clean or replaced when it has reached the end of its useful lifespan. And lastly is to adopt optimal molding condition like injection speed, injection pressure, mold temperature and proper gas venting. Next defect is flux entrapment. Make sure the gap of the part to be attached is suitable for the flux to function properly and ensure the part to be attached is heated up, balanced if the thickness of the part is different. Next defect is spring back. To solve a spring back defect, multiple strategies may be required. The most common method is to overbend or compensate the forming module shape to account for the spring back defect. However, this method alone may not be successful and sometimes more effective methods are required, such as inducing positive stretching to increase the part strength such that the product becomes stiffer and stronger than the original material. And lastly is wrinkles. Wrinkles can often be solved by stretching or drawing material instead of forming or crushing without any pads restraining the flat sheet. However, for more complex 3D shape, in addition to draw pads may be required to initiate maximum stretch in the material and prevent it from wrinkling. Next slide is other product produced. For injection molding, Panasonic used this process to make a steam iron casing and television cover. For stamping process, Panasonic used to make the ceiling fan blade. For bending, home shower, and lastly for brazing, fridge cooling coil and water pump.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Hazmiladli Bin Humaidi. Continuous quality improvement is quality management process that will be beneficial to the company in terms of reducing waste, increase efficiency and others. There are 4 strategies that can be implemented to the Panasonic company. First is ACT. The company can revise the manufacturing process and materials used in manufacturing the air conditioner that cause the defect, either for the main part or the sub part. Next is plan. The management need to develop new idea for the manufacturing process and materials, such as for aircon case injection molding process, the mold venting can be improved. The third one is do, which the idea need to be applied on the production line as planned by the management. And lastly is to study the feedback from the employee and customers to ensure the effectiveness of the new idea. Continuous quality improvement will help to increase the profit and quality of the product, as well as reducing lead time in the production line. That's all for us. Thank you for your attention.